Hi, everybody. Kenneth G Hasty here once again. My series of videos for business owners, for leaders, sales managers, salespeople, and the like. People in general, actually. A lot of people watch these videos, and I'm actually kind of humbled and honored by that. One of my um, former colleagues and good friend, Kent Lady, asked me to do a video on building value and trust. So I took a little while on that, and I thought, are they actually related? And I thought, well, yeah, actually, I thought of some examples where I think they are. So anyway, how do you build value and trust when you're trying to build a relationship with a potential customer? Well, one thing you can do is give them something. Like, here you go, here's your free gift. Now, all of a sudden, it does a couple things. It's like, well, it disarms them a bit. They're happy they got something free, kind of like a unexpected Christmas, and it kind of obligates them to you. And I learned that years ago. I used to work for what they call Fuller Brush, and I go door to door, and that was their tactic. They give them something small, and that it didn't cost very much, but still something useful. And then they kind of felt obligated to buy. So I did that, and it worked for me. So then I got to thinking, well, what other things? Well, one of them is make them feel special. When you go out of your way, or let people know, you chose to work with them for because they're the best in their field, or whatever it is. But um, when you're talking to somebody, if you make them feel like they're important to you, then they're going to trust you a little bit more. If you treat them like a number, they'll treat you like a number. And the other one is do unexpected things to help. And a couple examples came to mind. Years ago, I sold dental implants, and I used to go in, and there was a up and coming clinician. He had a training center, and so I went, and even the first time I went out there, I didn't really know him. I flew in from the company, um, and the night before I went over there and make sure I knew where the place was, and that I saw the light was on, so I went ahead and knocked, and they let me in. Introduced myself, and I said, "Hey, how can I help? What do we got to do? How do we get ready for this thing tomorrow? I know there's a lot to do." And they say, "Well, at this time they set up the chairs in the waiting room for the class for the doctors to learn." And so I went down to the basement and I started bringing chairs up from the basement. I hiked them up and put them in there, set them up, and then the next day he came in and set up my little wares and etc. Well, and then I became a regular there, and it was good. Well, I told you that to tell you this. They became the premier, world's largest multinational training company. Um, and even though I wasn't with that company anymore, and even for a few more companies as I went on my journey through the dental implant, dental surgery business and such, um, I was invited to come to virtually anything. If I had a new product or a new company, provided they felt it was good. Of course, I wouldn't sell anything that I didn't think was, but they would always hear me out and listen to me and often use the stuff. So I was kind of honored by that. But it started from me just being a useful resource, doing things that I didn't need to do, and they weren't paying me to do, but just to help, and that helped build the value and trust. Another example, similar only different, is um, I was out at a resort at a retreat, and there's a world famous clinician in the dental industry again, and you know I was there the night before, same thing. They're trying to get the thing going. I didn't really know anybody in the group or hardly at all. Excuse me. So then I went and I saw that the doctor was trying to set up a slide screen, not the little ones like you think of, but this is like a frame, maybe I don't know, maybe 30 feet wide and 10 feet tall or something. It was a substantial project, and so I said, hey, I'm pretty good with stuff like that. You mind if I help? And he goes, well, yeah, sure. And we were able to get it together and set it up, and it worked perfectly. And but we kind of bonded then during that, and going forward, I've seen him and his key people um, really literally all over the world, and certainly, at meetings and, et cetera. But I'd never been to their actual office. They're in Dallas, Texas. And so recently I was on a trip going through Dallas and other places for one of my clients. And I thought, I'll stop by the office. And the worst thing they can do is not see me or throw me out, but at least, we always got along well, So long story short, as I stop in unannounced, they're busy. They got patients and stuff, right? Um, three different people, including the doctor, came out, gave me a hug, acknowledged me, talked with me for a while. And when I left, they posted on Facebook. It said, let me see, this is where did I post it? I wrote it here somewhere. It says, always great seeing Kenneth G Hasty, or always welcome in Dallas. And so to me, that was a timely example of what's going on, made me feel good. And indeed, they're good people. So the main thing is, when you want to build value and trust, you want to be genuine, you want to be sincere, you want to be dependable. And, you can't really build value and trust by being plastic. I mean, you can for a short time, but it'll burn you over time. So when I said, refresh here, give them something free like Fuller Brush, or make them feel special, or do unexpected things to help. And that's what's worked for me. So, hopefully that will work for you. So, Kenneth G. Hasty, I'm a professional business growth consultant, a professional sales automation consultant. And, we're just got in our fairly new offices here, not a new building. It's actually a 150-year-old building. It's really cool. Um, pictures of it back in the day and such. But, they just remodeled the office areas and stuff. We're really liking it. And but we've got room for some new clients. So, if you need help with your sales or your marketing automation, sales automation, any of that, I'll put a contact information here underneath where you can schedule a phone appointment if you'd like. Also, you can check me out. It's kennethghasty.com. Or if you want to send an email, it's kenneth@kennethghasty.com. So anyway, thanks everybody. Thanks Kent Lady for prompting this video, and hopefully it's helpful for people. All right, everybody, take care. Thanks. Bye.